This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. So last week, last Friday, we learned about taxation. So taxation is divided into two parts. One is direct tax, another one is indirect tax. So indirect tax means sales tax, service tax, and then excise. All together it is like indirect tax. And like direct tax means TDS and TCS. So in India we will call it as TDS and TCS, but in other countries it will be used the word withholding tax. So one is indirect tax.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
So by accident, I took part in, so if I got here that can I?
Okay.
Whether?
Okay, just give me yeah. So let us discuss in your questions, like whatever it is there. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the error it is you are getting?
Yeah, while posting this PTC, right? So I have got the error saying that the check number needs to be updated. But
Which one?
I have updated PDC.
PDC.
While posting the PDC,
Okay.
I got error. Check number needs to be updated.
Okay. So can I make you presenter?
Sorry, that is demo. Sorry, that is demo version. So that's why I have taken a screenshot and shared in the group.
1 second. So see, that is the main problem. If it is in demo system, I cannot help you on that one. But I will tell you what is the reason. Give me a second. The last screenshot only.
Yes.
Which screenshot you are referring?
No, I have shared yesterday 1, 2, today around 3. So there are 2 errors. One is for PDC, another one is for sales invoice posting.
Okay, first one is like you are talking about posting results, journal, voucher, check number must be filled in. Am I right? That one?
Yes, exactly.
So check number must be filled in means you need to click on generate a payment and you need to update the check number.
Yeah, it's done already, but we have updated.
So it is a customer payment, am I right?
If you refer the if you refer the bill of fee that I have given, where I have updated the check number also.
1 second. So I understood. Like, see, one is if it is customer payment. So have you enabled the check number as a mandatory in the method of payment PDC?
Yes, in control payment control. So I have check number is mandatory.
So you need to make it only not PDC in the PDC for customer payment. If you remember, if you refer, I told you many times, like for vendor payment, it is check. For customer payment, it is deposit slip. Do you have check number with you forever for customer checks?
No.
So you need to make deposit slip mandatory, not customer check.
Okay.
For PDC and for PDC, even okay, if you want, you can enable that deposit slip or payment reference number. The major important is payment reference number. Am I right? We have discussed a lot. So system is looking like check generation. If you're enabling check means system is verifying whether you are doing process for check method, check generation process. That is the reason it is stopping. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah. So clear now, right?
Yeah. I'll find it and I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, okay. No issues. Next one is
yeah. One more. When I raise the sales order, so I'm getting error like when I check before raising sales order, I have checked in the inventory on hand inventory. I have inventory physically. Okay. Inventory. But when I raise the sales order, packing slip also done. Generated packing slip also done. Then when the posting the invoice, I'm getting error as it's already the quantity cannot be filled. Inventory transaction with the quantity of 1 attached order up to order. The number is order already exists.
Output order is created. One output order is created. So that is a topic of T&L. output
Okay.
order.
Okay.
So it is there is a quality related information and some more informations. It will be covered in the T&L. I cannot cover in the finance session.
Okay. So while
Yeah.
supporting when I'm randomly asking in this case, while if a business user end user got this kind of error, but how he can know that it is related to F&O, is related to T&O like that?
So that is the reason I told you, like always, whenever I'm providing demos, so try to learn both finance and T&L. There is a overlap between finance and T&L a lot. There will be a lot of overlap between finance and T&L. To be frankly, so in your Microsoft course content, sales order process and purchase order process is a part of T&L. It's a part of T&L. Even if you want, you can verify the course content for D365. It was not released. For AX 2012, they will not discuss at all about purchase order and sales order.
Okay.
Okay. So so if you frankly open here, like this one, I'm going to say all modules. Finance means it is not a sales order process and purchase order process at all. So myself, I'm making like even item creation also you have learned like how to create and those things. Okay. So this topic I'm discussing. But as per the Microsoft, sales order process, purchase order process is a part of T&L. And if it is posting at the time of posting, if you are getting only financial errors like a ledger account missing and those things, then finance consultant should verify. Other than that one, it is a part of T&L. Got it? So in trade and logistics, what we are learning? Sales and marketing, procurement, sourcing means sales order process, purchase order process in depth.
Okay.
Understood? Okay. Here, my intention is not to skip the errors, but in the thing is like I can discuss more in T&L rather than finance. Okay, there will be a lot of dependencies. Okay, Shiva?
Okay.
Fine. So already Ganesh has given some information. So he's telling like update all. Okay. So
update all. No, but normally we are selecting the generate picking list, right? But he is telling picking list generation.
Sorry, what it is?
So when we process the order packing slip, we are selecting the generate the packing slip.
Yeah, that's what. See, if you want to study completely in depth, definitely if it is a T&L topic, I can take the control and I can do the verifications and what it is exactly, what is the output order and everything I can discuss. So in this process, sales order creation, sales order confirmation, picking list, actually you have not done, and picking list registration, packing slip. All these things are part of logistics. Only invoice to customer is a part of finance. Understood? So if it is a small things I can verify, but I cannot spend time in this session for related to any topics. This one I can give clarifications if you want. We'll discuss this one later, but I cannot give you. If you are coming with one question, like many people will come with so many problems. So all are linked to this area. Majority are linked to this area. Understood? There are so many. So that is the reason I cannot furthermore discuss on this area. I'm sorry. Okay. So here I'm telling you like I'm not giving clarifications, but I'm telling you the area related to so many topics will come. So those areas I can discuss in detail, but I can give you only clarification. But this is related to there is output order, where it is output order, how to create and those things. It is a part of T&L. It will be created. Okay. Fine. So try with some other item. You can get it. Try with another item. So you are taking some item, one item. Rather than that item, you can try with another items and try. And one more thing, my suggestion is always, so the trial version, whatever it is there, it is only for temporary purpose, So if you want to refer your data, if you want to recheck your data, it is not possible in the trial version. Try to get it installed in your laptops and try to practice. Then data will be stored and you can refer and you can verify if you want to recheck once again. But if it is a temporary trial version, you cannot.
Okay.
Fine? Yeah. So let us come back to our topic. Any more questions, please? Anyone?
Yeah, we are supposed to cover this payment proposal process and the vendor PTC. Course, can we look at it?
No, it was done. Am I right? We have discussed already.
No, we that day we just look at it and
Give me a
we'll look
second.
at it tomorrow.
Okay, fine. In that case, we'll discuss that point and we'll come back. Definitely, fine. Give me a minute. So we are discussing and we are stopped now.
Yeah. PDs we have discussed about for a year, but vendor is said we'll look at it tomorrow. And
So,
that time we have
but actually, I think Thursday I have discussed, I think. If you want, I will show you once again. So this, it's not an issue. It's 1 minute job, 5 minutes job. Let me close this one and let me open. So I think I have discussed in detail on Thursday session. In Thursday session, then I have started next topic like this one. Otherwise, I will show you quickly 1 minute.
Thank you.
If you have any doubts, we will discuss. No issues. Fine. So usually, so let me go back to this one. Not direct tax, indirect tax. We'll discuss this point later. So always there is two. One is customer payment, customer payment and vendor payment. Okay. So for both processes, we have accounts payable and accounts receivable. Let me go to accounts receivable, collapse all, payments, customer payment journal. So here, if you go inside, click on new, select the customer payment. If you go inside lines inside, so in this also there are three options. One is partial payment. You can enter directly without settling. Select the customer, and you can enter partial amount directly. That is one process. Otherwise, you can click on settle transactions, and you can select the invoices already generated. So in general, customer will give the invoice numbers. As a best practice, customer will give the invoice number. It is 738 and 752 or whatever it is. Suppose 738 is the invoice. So he will give the invoice number. You will select that invoice number and you will do it. This is a best practice. Otherwise, against this invoice, he is paying only 1000 and you can modify 1000 and it will tell you like the different amount. Yes, okay. Means against that invoice, he is paying $1000. So this is from customer point of view, because customer, whenever he is giving check, in the check backend with the pencil, he will write invoice numbers. He will write invoice numbers. This is the invoice, this is the invoice. Otherwise, collection agent, whenever he is approaching to the customer, at that time, customer will give the invoice check given. It will be given by like check to customer, like representatives, collection agents. Then collection agent will write invoice numbers against which invoice he is collecting. That is a best practice. They will not use payment proposal. For the customer, they will not use payment proposal. Best practice is settle transactions against invoice, which invoice customer is paying. Okay, so one is manual entry, the second one is settle payment transactions, settle transactions, third one is payment proposal. So in general, for customer payments, we'll use direct entry if you don't know about the invoice, or if you know the invoice, you can click on settle transactions, select the invoice and do the settlement process. Okay, this is if you are entering directly, then I have shown you in the customer account. If you don't know about the invoice while doing payment, you don't know invoice, then you have updated payment, then you can go to the customer account, accounts receivable, customers, all customers. So during payment, for which invoice customer is doing payment, if you don't know, then you will enter directly amount and you will post it. Then after some time, you will understand from the sales representatives, you will understand, and you will do the settlement against invoice versus payment by clicking on settle transactions. Let me show you. So in the customer account, you can go to customer account and you can click on invoice tab, sorry, not invoice, collect tab. Here you can click on settle transactions. Then it will show you invoice and payments, and against invoice which payment it is there, you will do the settlement. This we have discussed last time. Suppose this payment is done 500. Now let me remove this settle transactions. If it is settle transactions are selected and not posted, it will show you like this mark. So last time this I have shown you how to unmark. It is in 10.0.17 I have shown last time, remember. So now I'm selecting, click OK. I know now the marking, so I'm removing this one, marked one. Otherwise I have shown you the process. Let me remove this one. If it is removed, then if you go to transactions, let me cancel and let me open this file, then this small icon, whatever it is there, it will be disappeared, means marking is not happened. Marking is not happened. Give me a second, I need to refresh. Let me verify. Give me countries. Now let me cancel. Let me refresh. So in 10.0.13 version, we are in 10.0.13, this version. In this, we don't have which account, which transaction settlement means. There is a lengthy process I will discuss with you. But in 10.0.17, one screen is available. From that screen, we can understand clearly which transaction is settled against which invoice. Okay, now settle transactions. It was selected but not posted. Settle transactions. Okay, it is marked here. Now if you want to unmark, then give me a second. Show marked transaction. This is lengthy process in previous version. One second, not this one. All transactions. Here, sorry, inquiry.
No, in front of that one, I will show mark before that one unmarked all.
Yeah, 1 second, 1 minute. So I will show you this one. This is by mistake I have selected this line, not this one. Let me go to the second line and click on specifications. This is a old process, lengthy process, but inquiry specifications.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
give
Yeah,
me
go
1
ahead.
minute.
Go ahead.
Let me show
Go
you.
ahead, sir.
Okay, so here it will show you the transaction. You can click on open journal form. Then it is showing the which transaction. Click on lines. Then you can remove that selection. You can remove this one. It was marked but not posted. Click OK. I have removed now. So close and close. Now if you refresh, once again if you open, it will remove that settle transaction box. I mean to say small icon it is there. This is a old traditional process, but in D365 2012 it was given like 1 second. I'm sorry. This I have to delete the transaction. Specifications. Give me a minute. It is already marked with another transaction. It is, if I go open journals, let me delete because I have removed only, but I should not do like this. Go to lines. So it is 1825. So journal batch number is 1825. This one. So let me delete this line. It was marked but not posted. Let me delete this line. I'm deleting. So now let me close. Let me go to lines. It will show blank line now without any invoice. I mean to say earlier it was customer is selected. Now if you verify, a customer is blank. So now if you go back, this is a lengthy process, but whereas in 2012, sorry, in D365 10.0.17, it was given like a very shortcut, the direct screen itself. Now if you go to settle transactions, it will be open. The icon, whatever it is, some small icon is there, that will be disappeared. You can select in payment. This is payment and this is invoice. So out of 1600, customer has 500. Customer has paid 500. If you click post, it will show you 1100.
Hello, Satyam.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I have one doubt here. If we select at least two items, then only the post button is
Button.
enabling it. What is the
Yes.
reason?
Because settlement means payment versus invoice you need to select. How can
But
you do
here,
this?
if I select the both invoices, then only it is enabling.
No, it is not both invoices. If you select invoices, it will not be. These two are
Yeah,
invoices. It will
yeah,
not
you
be.
can see the. You can
But
see the.
even it will not be settled. Actually, it is asking to select multiple. But if you click on post, there will not be any process. Let me open this one. It will show you the same lines. It will not affect anything. System is verifying multiple transactions, but not payments. It will not happen anything. So one is negative, that is payment, and the positive, it is invoice. If you do settlement, click post, it will become 600. Now if you open, it will show you the 600 invoice and 50 invoice. Understood? Even if you post it, it will not affect anything. These two will not be nullified at all. There is no use by clicking post. There is no use. So one is positive, one is negative. Okay, this settlement process can be executed. So this is for customer point of view, always for customer point of view. If it is a vendor payment, we are going to give the information like for which invoices. So for that, let me go to the vendor. accounts payable, collapse all, payments, vendor payment journal. So click on new, select the vendor payment, go to lines. Now during this payment you can use either process, maybe settlement, like you can select the vendor account, if you are confident like one or two invoices, you can do this settle transactions process. If your invoices in a month, it may be 10, 15, 20 something. If invoices are huge, very much huge transactions, then you can go with the payment proposal. So if it is only 10, 15, 20, you can have option to select manually. Okay, otherwise, so the best practice is, if it is a huge transactions you are purchasing from the vendor, for which invoice I need to do the payment, if you are not sure, you can use the payment proposal process. And I told you this one, during this payment proposal process, in the method of payment check, we have discussed already whether it is day wise or invoice wise or week wise, you can select. Let me open this file, method of payment check. Give me a second. So here I have discussed invoice to invoice payment. For each invoice I'm giving one check, or date, or week, or total. How you are configuring, based on that this will be processed and the payment proposals will be created, number of lines. So because it is one-to-one invoice, so while doing payment proposal, it will show you create payment proposal. For each invoice it will create one line separately. So it is already filtered, like vendor is selected. Let me select vendor 1001. So I'm selecting vendor 1001. Suppose here, if you are not sure, you can select replace the criteria, then it will show you the drop down. So easily you can select, otherwise it will not show. If it is only one specific, you can select. If you want multiple, then remove this one and you need to use dot dot 1005 or whatever it may be. If you want multiple, if you want only one, you have option to select replace this criteria and it will show you the drop down. You can select only one, whatever it is. Okay, you can click OK and click OK. So here the criteria you can use like a due date or discount date. If you want some discounts, you can map like, so discount and amount also if you want, you can map. Then discount amount invoices will propose, and if you click OK, then it will show you this is majority I have mapped invoice wise. That is the reason it will show you multiple lines. Let me show you. Okay, here it will show you, and you can click on create payments. It will process invoice wise because it was selected invoice. If you select like total, it will create only one line for the all the invoices. It will create only one line. That is your wish, how you want to represent, how you want to give checks to the vendors. Per day, per week, per something, we can do it. Understood? So here actually it is showing like payments also, the best practice is always you will do the settlement process. So now here it is in the system, it is showing both invoices and payments, both. So always we need to do the settlement process for invoice, for payments. Already whatever it is there against payments, you need to do settlement of invoice. So here 1001, if you go here, settle transactions, okay, it is locking showing because it was already created. Let me select all these things and let me delete. Let me delete. If it is deleted, it will show you the lines. So let me select one small vendor so that it is, I mean to say one vendor has limited transactions. There is huge transactions. So now if you go once again settle transactions, it will be blank. I mean to say the marking, whatever it is there, small icon, whatever it is, the doll icon, something, it will be disappeared because I have deleted. Let me show you. It was deleted. Now let me show you for small ones, like I mean to say limited transactions. Let me take 1002 or 1003. Let me verify settle transactions. So for this also we have many. Okay, so if it is a vendor payments, always credit means it is vendor invoice, debit means payment. So all are invoices only, all are invoices. Now during the payment proposal, I'm showing you for once again payment proposal. If in case any debits exist, you need to do the settlement before running the payment proposal. Before running the payment proposal, you need to do the settlement. Whatever it is, payments already done. Here it is all our invoices. Here is all our invoices. Now you are running this payment proposal, create payment proposal for 1002, for 1002. So here, if you select this checkbox, if you click on drop down, it will select 1002. Suppose you have not selected this one. Suppose I'm showing you this benefit. If you enter 1021, it will allow you. There is no vendor 10021 at all, but even that will allow you. If you click on, that is, you need to remember exactly the vendor code perfectly. If you select this one, then if you click on drop down, if you enter like 10021, like 22 something, it will throw like it is not exist. To be frankly, 1022 it is not exist, so it will allow you to select 1002. That is advantage from here. So it will allow you to select only 1002, not extra 1 2 or something. Okay, click OK. If it is only one field, not only here, everywhere, if it is only one field, try to use that checkbox. Okay, click OK. Now it will show you the all the invoices. It is around 10 to 15 invoices are there. Okay, so you can select even if you want to select or skip, it's fine. Create payments. So all invoices will be processed and it will show you each invoice wise one separate line payment line. So you need to generate checks for each and every line, which is so your wish. That's why I told you, like in the method of payment, whether you want to use for all checks into one payment, then you can do, it will create only one. If you want the whatever the way you want, those can be configured in the method of payments. Understood? Now any doubts in this area? So for vendor payment, usually payment proposal or settlement payment, anyone can be used. For customer payment, settlement, they will not, like usually customers will not use payment proposal. They will select say from the settlement checkbox. Yeah, anyone has any doubts now in this area? So this is the only one area you need to select method of payment. In the method of payment, you need to select the exactly which method you want.
Yeah, Satya, is it allowed without settling the debits against invoice for generate payment option?
So yeah, you can delete that lines. If it is showing debits, you can delete that lines. Unnecessarily waste of confusion. Am I right?
If
It's
I
a
don't
confusion.
delete that line, I will go directly to payment proposal.
You cannot, yeah, it will propose here, it will show you, but you cannot create a check method. Check number will not be generated for that one. If it is a debit amount, so let me show you directly. So I'm selecting all. So deleting this one. Now invoice, like against payment also it is coming, am I right? Means it will be credit. Let me show you. So if it is a vendor payment, always it should be debit. Now I'm selecting credit. I'm selecting credit. Suppose intentionally by mistake it was happened. Okay, so whether check will be generated? No. Let me select. Let me show you this method of payment check. And now I'm generating payment. You need to do generate payments, am I right? So click OK. It will not do anything, or it will show warning message or error message, or it may not show anything. So click OK. So it is negative. Check will not be generated for this. Understood?
Yes. So after going the vendor payment screen, so we have some an option settle payments. So where some debits and credits are there. Credits were invoice. Debits are we already select, posted some. So we need to first settle that one, then only need to go for payment proposal option.
That is the best practice. Yes, exactly. Payment proposal.
If I don't settle the debits, I will go directly to payment proposal.
Yeah, it will show you. It is bringing all the balances. So whatever it is there, it is bringing all the balances. So based on the criteria what you have selected in the payment proposal. So whatever the dates it is there, it will propose. So here in the generate payments, so future dates will not be populated. It will show you the payment proposal. Based on the criteria, whatever the transactions exist, all the transactions will be brought here.
Yeah, here you have entered the amount as $500 US, no?
Here,
but still the vendor is having list of outstanding bills, no? Against that, then why it is showing negative that error message?
1 second, give me a minute. 1 minute.
Here we have selected the payment link of the invoice. That's why.
Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, tell me. So, yeah, tell me now.
Yeah, this vendor is having some list of outstanding bills. By entering that $500 US, why it is showing that error message as negative?
Actually, it is 500 is, this is not a payment, this is invoice. Vendor should not be credited. Vendor will be credited.
Instead of debit entry, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It should be debit always, am I right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, someone else is speaking.
Yeah, Satya, while paying the vendor with check, so on check printout will be there, right? So one is keep with us, one is will be sent to vendor. So with that check only, not bank is going to pay, right? There is a original check that is issued by bank.
Yes.
Then why we need to give this check from this system?
This is, I told you, I think everyone is missing here. So here, check generation means it is printing of the details. So this check generation is, if you don't want, I will tell you. Okay, check images. This one is printing by the system, amount, everything. For that you can use generate payments. It is printing, actually check printing, to be frankly the word is check it's not generate payment, it is check printing. If you don't want the check printing, then don't use this method of payment check, don't use method of payment check, don't use the check number, use payment reference number. Use this one checkbox. If you don't want to generate check, then you can enter, instead of check generation, you can enter check number as a reference number if you are maintaining manually. This is check printing. To be frankly, the word is check printing, not generating. Got it?
Yes. So bank was given me the checkbook. So there are multiple checks there. Every check has one number. So all the check numbers will be set up in the system, right? Same numbers.
Yes. So you can enter the, see, there are two options. I will discuss with you maybe in another 10 days. You are going to understand that one. So while creating a bank, so this in another 10-15 days you are going to get clarifications. Maybe in the mid of December you will get clarification clearly. Now I am just showing you information, but I'm not giving you explanation clearly, but I'm showing you where it is available. Okay, cash and bank management, bank accounts. In detail I will discuss with you after 15 days, after 15-20 days. Okay, so if you go to USMF operations, in this layout, check layout, there are two methods. One is free, one is fixed. Got it? So we'll discuss this one in detail coming sessions after 15-20 days. Most probably mid of the December month, you will understand. Okay. Fine. Any more questions? Dinesh?
Satya, we can do payment, right, without invoice also?
Yeah. Without invoice, you can do the payment directly. You can enter the amount directly.
Yes.
Because at the time of payment, I don't know the invoice numbers.
Yes.
Without invoice, you can do the settlement. So as a best practice, in general, the clients, how the way will use, one is for vendor payment, either they will use payment proposal or settle transactions. For customer payment, usually settle transactions. This is the, as a best practice they will use. It is not a best practice or something, that is as per your requirement you are going to do it. If it is 4 invoices, 5 invoices, you can use this function simply. If it is suppose hundreds of transactions invoices are there, then you can use payment proposal. Okay, clear? Any more doubts in this area? So Shiv Prasad, is it clear, everyone, everything?
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, fine. Let me go back. Okay, this is anyhow it is most important. To be frankly, you need to be very much clear about how it will be in real-time scenario. Of course, this is actual task by business people, not your task. Business people, they will do it. For understanding purpose only, you are learning this one, because if you want to discuss with the business people, you should know what is the business people, what exactly the business people are doing. That is the reason we are learning that one. Okay, fine. Now let me go back to taxation. We are discussing. Last Friday we understood a little bit about taxation. One is indirect tax, another one is direct tax. So indirect tax means sales tax. So if you are selling the item, sales tax or service tax or excise tax. So excise means manufacturing tax. At the time of manufacturing, whatever it is there, now it is all are mixed and it was available only one taxation, GST, goods and service tax. So earlier in for sales tax it is VAT. For this it is VAT. And next, service tax, if you are providing services to the customers and or you are taking services. Excise is for manufacturing. Now these all are mixed and merged here, only one tax in India. Okay, fine. And direct tax means in across the world, the word is withholding tax. The name of the direct tax is withholding tax. In India, we will call it as TDS and TCS. TDS and TCS. Okay, this is more about the naming convention which we have discussed already on last Friday. Now in the system, what are the things we need to do? Sequence steps, let us understand. Okay, so if you want to do this taxation, you need to have one is sales tax group, another one is item sales tax group, will be selected. One is sales tax group, another one is item sales tax group. If you remember, I have opened this file. So one is sales tax group, another one is item sales tax group. One is sales tax group, another one is item sales tax group. So in USA, like sales tax group means it is one wherever it is there, the customer is located. This will be mapped with the customer or vendor. Okay, wherever this customer or vendor is located, based on that taxes will be calculated. Based on this, taxes will be calculated. Okay, so sales tax group should be created and map the relevant taxes, the relevant tax codes to the sales tax group and map this one to customer or vendor. And item sales tax group. So item sales tax group means item related all taxes you need to map, and you need to map to the item master. So item master means in our system it is released product. So the common intersection between customer and item or vendor and item, whatever the tax is there, those taxes will be calculated as a taxes. Just like I have given example last Friday, it is suppose A is 2 table and B is 3 table. First initial 5 numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is A, and B is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, but 6 is a common or intersection between A and B. So this will be calculated as a tax. This will be calculated as a tax. Okay, let me show you once again the sales order process, and next tomorrow I will discuss with you the detailed setups how to create for this taxation, as it is completed by, like, it is almost discussion is happened against settlement process. So I will continue this one tomorrow, but let me show you quickly how the taxes are calculated. Suppose free text invoice, accounts receivable, invoices, free text invoice. Let me click on new button. Select the customer. Select the customer. Click OK. Then automatically invoice account number, date and currency, everything will be filled. Whatever is filled automatically, terms of payment, everything. Now, because if it is a free text invoice means you are entering like some services. If you have provided to the customers, suppose California is the customer sales tax group and item sales tax group automatically populated. Item is not there, but it was populated item. So from where it is populating means it is in general ledger module, collapse all, ledger setup, general ledger parameters, So here sales tax. In this we can select item sales tax group, because for free text invoice item is not there, then one item sales tax group should be selected, that is defaulting from here in the general ledger parameters, sales tax tab, item sales tax group, whatever you have mapped, that will be populated automatically here. Not only here, in the vendor invoice journal also it will be populated. Means if it is a journals posting, from the journals if you are doing any invoice, means invoice journal, vendor invoice journal is a one more form, we can do it without item, you are doing invoice, so there also it will populate automatically and you can enter the amount whatever it is there. Now if you click on sales tax, the common intersection between CA and AUVI is only one single transaction, sales tax code is there. Look at that one, intersection is only one tax code. It is AV cast is the intersection, it is 7.25%. So on 500 is 7.25 means it is 36.25, it was calculated. So here you can, if you want to change, you can change. If it is applicable for all, then common intersection between these two will be 3 transactions, 3 sales tax codes are intersection between these two. 7.25, 7.25, 7.25. AV cast, HR cast, and then SP cast, whatever it is there, those taxes will be calculated. So you can select manually. If you have not selected, automatically it will be populated from here, whatever it is there. Suppose the relevant taxes is AUVI only, that means audio and video only, then only one tax code it is calculated, intersection. Now you can post. You can post this one. Click OK. Tomorrow I will show you including tax. This is excluding tax. This is excluding tax. Tomorrow I will show you including tax also. And tomorrow I will show you some more related to what are the setups required to do this, all these things one by one. I will show you tomorrow in tomorrow session. Okay, now let me go to general ledger, periodic tasks, sub ledger journal entry is not yet transferred. It will show you here. Pre-tax invoice also will not be posted immediately. Let me verify it is posted. Now if you verify, refresh, one more pre-tax invoice will be shown here. Pre-tax invoice, it will not be posted immediately, means this is a bad job. If you verify invoice journal, voucher, it will show you blank. It will show you blank, nothing here. Vendor invoice and pre-tax invoice, these two are, it will be through batch job one, it will be processed. So I have stopped batch job. Let me do transfer now. Otherwise, once the batch is executed, then it will show you the transaction. Now if you go to the voucher transactions, if you refresh, then here it will show you the voucher. One is 500 is the revenue account, and the tax is 36.25, 7.25 calculation, and total amount customer account data to customer account is 500 plus 36.25, 536.25, and the revenue account is 500, tax account is 36.25. Tomorrow what I will do, I will show you reverse engineering, that is including tax. Then it will be 500 only, customer balance will be only 500, and this revenue account will be 465 something amount, 460 or 65, reverse calculation, and this will be tax. So this revenue plus tax together becomes 500. So tomorrow I will show you that one, how to do it, that is including sales tax. Including sales tax, it will be there. So where it is available means there is a one checkbox. If you go to pre-tax invoice header, there is a one checkbox including sales tax. So here if you go up in this, one checkbox is there. Give me a second. In this customer, if you expand here, including sales tax checkbox. Yeah, here price includes sales tax. This checkbox tomorrow I will discuss with you. Okay, I'm stopping here. Any quick questions, please let me know.
Satya, here you have entered the unit price as 500. But while choosing the option as all sales tax category, why it is showing 3 times in that breakup in that screen?
That is common is intersection is there are 3 transactions. There are 3 taxes, intersection between this one and this one. Tomorrow I will show you. If you remind me, I will show you, because in all we have 3 tax codes, and in California there are 3 taxes. If you go inside sales tax group, 3 tax codes are there.
Okay, but after posting by selecting all these sales tax code, the revenue account will be accounted with only 500. Is it right? Even if you choose all category.
Whatever it may be, but it is excluding tax. It is excluding tax. One.
Yeah.
See.
That I agree that, but now we have posted by selecting only one sales tax code. If we select all category,
so that is the reason here. That is depending upon the item sales tax group and sales tax group. Based on this common, it will calculate.
Okay. No, what I'm asking is the total amount will not change it as 1,500. It will be always 500, right?
So if it is based on the setup, here I have selected excluding. I have selected excluding tax.
No, I'm not discussing about the tax part. I'm discussing about that unit amount alone. We have
500.
entered only unit price and amount is coming 500 rupees. So
One
if we choose the, yeah,
One
that is okay. Amount is 500, it is coming. If we choose that item sales tax group, all the item sales tax group, in that next screen it is showing three line item, no? 500, 500, 500 and another. So
Yeah.
finally the amount column will be only 500. That is only for the calculation purpose, right?
So the tax is, so tomorrow we'll discuss in detail. Okay. It is mixing up all together. See, on 500, 7.25 it was calculated. On 500, 7.25. On 500, 7.25.
So it is calculating three times. Tax amount will be alone, it will be three times. The final amount will be only 500. That revenue amount, sales revenue.
500 is the revenue amount, and 36.25, 36.25, 36.25, total 108.75.
That will be the tax amount. Okay.
Exactly all right. Okay. Yeah. So in detail we'll discuss about this checkbox also, so that we can understand the calculation also. I will show you how it is calculating. Okay, fine. Any more questions? Quick questions, please.
Yeah, Satya, is there an agreement with customer that is tax including or excluding on price?
So that is yes. So whenever you are offering to your customer, you need to mention like usually it will not be transaction wise. It will be your company decision whether it is including or excluding usually. So that is available in the parameters level. In the general ledger parameters, you can have option general ledger parameters whether it is including or excluding. Each transaction will not be changed. The data entry operator will not change the in general. If you want, you can change it. System has flexibility, but in general, this is your company decision whether you want including or excluding. Got it?
Yes.
So you can take the decision. If it is amount including tax, you can enable this checkbox. Then all the transactions it will be. So even it is suppose including or excluding, for each one specific transaction I want to make it differently, yes, system has flexibility, but in general data entry operator will not disturb that setups. Make sense?
Oh.
Yeah. Any more quick questions, please? If nothing, then we can connect once again tomorrow, same time, 7 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye.